Hello and welcome to the virtual IT learning. In this video, we will have a walkthrough of Linux basic commands to gather Linux disk space information. Following are few details about this video, let's get started. We use df command, which stands for disk free, and du command, which stands for disk usage, to return Linux disk space information. These commands show the disk's usage information about all the mounted file systems and at files or directories level. The df command, which stands for disk free, is used to display the available disk space information about file system and all the mounted disks where the user has read access. As shown in the picture, df command returns total disk space, used and available space, uses percentage, and what partition the disk is mounted on, as well as the disk space information of each file system. The default return size is in KB or kilobytes. There are various parameters that can be used with df command to customize the output format. Df command also displays how much space is utilized on the current mount, the second command shown in the picture. The du command stands for disk usage, is helpful in returning the size of a specific directory or subdirectories. It displays the file or directory space usage as shown in the picture. The difference between du and df commands is that df command displays the information at file system level and also displays how much space is utilized on the file system as a whole, while du command displays space information at files or directories level or for specific files or directories. Let's have a walkthrough of using both commands in Linux. Using the df command without any parameter or with k parameter will display all the file system, mount points, and their disk usage in 1024 bytes mode. We can also add the other parameter to display the file size in specific format like MBs or GBs. For example, to display the size in human readable format in MBs or GBs, use -h option. It will display all file systems and their disk usage in human readable format. Notice the difference in size column. When we don't mention any file system, it displays the space available on all currently available file systems. We can add the specific file system with this command. For example, we can add this particular directory to determine the amount of disk space available in this file system. It is now returning the disk space information for this particular file system. We can use a dot with df command to display a total disk space of current mount in default KB format. This is now returning the total disk space information of the current file system. For example, if we make this directory as current directory and then run the df command, it will show the disk information of the current file system. We can display the same in MBs format. It is showing the all the disk size information in MBs. Do the same in human readable like in MBs and GBs. We can use this command in both ways, like we can add -h and then add dot, or we can just add the -h at the end. So both commands will return the same output. If we want to show only a specific range of characters, then we can add cut command to cut by characters. For example, to display only characters starting from size to end, we can provide the range of characters using cut with C option. This will display only a specific range of characters, like only this specific area. Use cut command with C option, character starting from 17 to 60. Now see the difference? It displays only this specific range of characters. We can do this in a different way, like this. Like for example, we want to get the same output for this particular directory. So we use df and then we will use grep command to grep this particular directory cut C 17 and 16. In this case, we want to extend the range of characters to maybe 80. So now see, it is displaying range of characters for this particular directory only. Now we will have a walkthrough of du command. Du command shows the amount of disk space used by the specified files and subdirectories. When we use du command without any arguments, it returns the disk space usage for the current directory in default 1024 bytes format, which can be customized using additional arguments. We are in the root directory right now, so it is displaying us a big output. If, for example, we want to check, let's check the current directories. We want to go to this directory and then check the disk usage information under this directory only. Same as df command, we can use other options to display the output in human readable format, like M for MBs and use H for human readable MBs and GBs. Now we can use -s and h parameters together to return the summary of space in directories in MBs or GBs or in human readable format, like this. Add static at the end. Now it will display all the files and directories with their space usage. So in this case, we can see this particular directory is taking up 4.2 GB space. If we want to add the grand total of this summary, we can add C parameter. It will show the grand total of this summary. If we want to return the summary information in human readable format in ascending order, we can use sort command with du command. We can add the sort command using a pipe symbol. Now see the difference. It is now sorting the result. We can add R argument to display the same in reverse order. Notice the difference. We can also add the directory name to return the space information or uses of a specific directory. Like in this case, if we want to check the disk usage of this particular directory, then we can do this using du space sh and then add the directory name. So it is showing us that this particular directory is taking up 4.2 GB space. This is the way how we can check like which directory our files are taking up huge space. Now if you want to extend the result set to show all the files and subdirectories under logs directories, we can do like this. Just add /n*. It will show us all the files and subdirectories under logs directories with their disk usage. Now in this case, we know that this specific directory is taking up the space, 4.2 GB space. We can go to this directory and now we can check which directory is taking up space under this subdirectory. So in this case, this is a specific directory which we need to check like what file or the further subdirectories are taking up space. Let's have an example where we are running out of disk space and then we have found out that one of the directory is taking up space like this, and then we will end up clearing up space from this particular directory. So I'm going to have another walkthrough from scratch. I'm going to unroot directory, clearing this screen. Like, let's first check how much space we have. So for example, we are running out of space. We do have 34%, but let's assume we are running out of space here. So how do we check the space? I will run the du command on the root directory. So this picture is showing me that this particular directory is taking up 4.2 GB space, and we do have some space usage under this directory as well. So let's jump to this directory and now do the same. Now it is giving us another picture like the logs directory under this directory is taking up some space. I will go to logs directory I will do the same thing again. We have got to the satellite directory, which is taking up space here. Now at this point I can figure out which directories or files can be deleted in order to free up some space. So once we free up some space, we should see the space usage here under the current file system. So in this case, I'm going to remove the directory named 1, and let's see how it improves the disk usage. I will use rm-r, and it should remove all the entire directory including its subdirectories. Let's run the disk usage again. Now see the difference. The usage went down and the available space went up. If we go back to 2 levels up and then run the same commands again, now see the difference in use space for the same directory. Hope this video helped us in understanding how to use df and du commands in order to determine the disk usage and how do we free up disk space. Thanks for watching this video.